I love making boxes of all sorts, but one that I've never done is the simple box joint. It takes great precision to get it right, and that's what the jig I'll be using today will do, but first I gotta choose my wood and get it ready. I'm making this out of maple, and I've got the perfect piece of wood, but it's a bit too thick. So to start on the planer, I'll get it down to about 3/8 of an inch. The figure on this wood is awesome, and it should make a cool looking box. Next, on the table saw, I did a dado for the bottom 3mm basswood piece I plan to slide in there. I didn't realize, but with box joints, doing dados this way will be visible from the outside. I learned the hard way today, later in the video, but as you'll see, I found a great fix that is good enough for me. The box still came out awesome. For max precision, using my miter gauge, I'm cutting this to length at 7 inches long and 3.5 inches wide. Introducing the ENJOYWOOD box joint jig. This thing seems super well made, can make joints in 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch and 1/2 inch with the included parts. Thanks to Banggood for sending this over. It seems awesome and I bet I'll make really cool stuff with it. I've left links in the description for anyone interested in one. Now let's make this box. Assembly takes a minute or two. You just put those little parts in the rails under the jig, add the washer and nut on top. Once you align it square, screw the nut which spreads the bar in the tracks, locking it in place. It's a pretty cool system. While I was unboxing it, I was wondering how it would lock in place left to right. I've never seen this before and it works great. You screw in this piece of MDF on the back which helps you get cleaner cuts from having something your piece is backed up against for zero clearance. The sliding is really smooth. Seems to have some bearing action in there. It's seriously easy to move. I have those 3D printed connectors that work as quick connect connectors for my DeWalt HEPA Dusk extractor. So I just taped it on there quick and easy. I do so for all my tools. The instructions say to clamp the piece to the jig, but the photos don't show that. I tried, as you can see, without clamping and it really jerks the piece hard. It's possible to do it, but I don't like it. As you'll see, I just clamped it as the instructions say and the difference is incomparable. It's night and day how smoother it went with the clamps. I can see why the instructions say to use clamps. It's clearly the way to use this. Don't overestimate your grip strengths, just clamp the piece to the jig. It's really easy to do, there's a ton of flat space. You basically just cut a hole, prop it over the golden piece, cut another hole and repeat. For the second piece, as you can see from the instructions, well explained, you use your first piece as a reference point for the first cut, which makes them to be a perfect match with each other. Repeat the same process for sides 3 and 4 and you'll have a full loop, a box ready to assemble. 3 and 4 are the same as 1 and 2. I went with a dry fit to make sure it's all good, and to trace the base wood to make the bottom. I cut this out with the Japanese pull saw right at the edge of the table. Those things are sharp and easy to cut straight with. I love them, and my bandsaw is out of action. I'm changing the blade and upgrading the blocks into some cool bearing pushers. If you want to check that out soon, please like and subscribe. You won't miss out when I release it. I'll make some really cool stuff on there. I added glue towards the inside of the piece, but ended up doing it to both. I never glued those, not sure what's the standard, but it ended up working great. After sliding in the bottom, I finalized the sides, but put some plastic clamps all around off screen before heading off to the sander. The clamps really help finalizing closing the joints, so don't forget to get it nice and tight before it dries out. Now onto the belt sander. I got all sides absolutely flat, which makes it just pop and look amazing. The jig does a super good job at precision, and sanding just hides the rest to perfection. Now those holes from the dados, the error I mentioned earlier, I'll solve it with glue mixed into sawdust. Pushed into those holes, then sanded again on the belt sander. Once that's done, which I believe is 100 grit, I went to my smaller sander, started at 120 grit, then transferred to 320 grit for a really smooth finish. I finalized all the edges by hand, also at 320 grit, and it just feels awesome to the touch. That's all for this box. I don't plan to add a finish. I want to use it in the shop and it looks great as is. I couldn't have done it without this awesome jig. I'm super happy to have it around. I want to make a tiny project using the 1/4 inch joints soon, and it'll look awesome, I bet. Subscribe for more videos. Well, you'll for sure see this jig soon again. Check the links in the description if you're interested in one for yourself. Thanks for watching and see you next time.